creative living, utilizing today's technology with the best of the past to bring you innovative ideas and up-to-date information for creative lifestyles in today's active world. With your host, Sheryl Borden.
Marisa, thank you so much for being here. I was so excited when I saw that you were going to show us how to make these little pouches because I already have an idea of what I can make them for. But how did you come up with this concept?
Well, I had these great non-stick scissors and I was realizing that I could cut all kinds of sticky stuff with them.
Oh.
And then I found out about duct tape and cutting sticky Velcro with these great Westcott non-stick scissors.
I've ruined many a pair of scissors because I had the wrong kind. I didn't know they made special ones.
Yeah. You never have to clean them anymore.
Oh, that's even better. and I love the bright colors. And they're non-stick. Why?
Well, you can cut tape, sticky back Velcro, duct tape. They never get gummed up, and they always stay sharp.
Oh gosh, that's great. And I thought of you when I saw the scissors, the colors, because you love bright colors as I do. But now the first two pair are sewing scissors, and you have there's an adjustment, right?
Yeah, they have adjustable tension so that you can cut through many layers of burlap at once, or you can cut through the finest silk, and you never have that issue of the fabric going between the blades or fraying.
Yeah. Oh, great. And then these are basic craft type scissors.
They're great all-purpose scissors.
All-purpose, and come in different sizes because sometimes you need to get just down in those little tiny corners of something that you're cutting out.
Yeah, those are great for crafting on the go. They're very portable.
Oh, that's a good idea. Now, what are these? I thought they were ink pens when I first looked at them.
Those are hobby knives, and they come with an assortment of blades, different shapes for accomplishing different techniques with your crafting. And even a little buttonholer blade. They're really innovative.
Oh, that sounds great. Well, maybe we've whet everyone's appetite because we want to show why we're showing all these things. These are those little adorable pouches that I was referring to that I had seen you make. These are made out of duct tape. And these fabulous scissors, and you've embellished them, whatever scraps you have left in crafting. Let me show how this opens.
Yeah, they're great. You can design use Velcro for the closure. And you can design them to have different patterns on the inside and the outside and ruffles. You can glue embellishments.
And they really stick, so if you put kids' lunch money in it or something, it's not going to fall out.
Yeah, I think they're great for when you're traveling, if you need to save your receipts, or I also use mine to hold my coupons when I'm going to go to the store.
Good idea. Oh, and now this has a special technique that you're going to show us, right?
Yeah, you can layer with the duct tape sheets. You cut them with the non-stick scissors. It's so easy.
Okay, and we'll see how to do that in a minute. Wow, this one has lots of different patterns. I guess you used all the scraps from all of the others.
Yeah, I really went to town on that. I kept thinking more. I was going for kind of a race car theme.
And this one I just love. And one of the people who works here at the station was holding this. It was like it was made for her outfit, so you could do that.
Yeah, you can make these to coordinate different outfits, different themes, occasions, customize it to the person's personality.
And this one's longer.
Yeah, depending on how you use the sheet, you can get an either a wider or a more narrow one. And these are also great for pencils and pens, makeup brushes.
Okay, we'll be showing some others in a minute, but then we talked about the scissors, and I think this is the coolest concept. I have lots of pairs of scissors simply because I can't keep up with them, and so I put them different places. You have come up with what?
Scissor holsters to keep your scissors handy on your hip.
So you know where they are, right here.
Because you always put them down when you make a big mess doing your crafts, and then you can't find them again.
So it just hooks over a belt? Cute. And holds, there's different sizes for the little ones or the big ones?
Yeah, and it holds your scissors handy and secure.
Again with Velcro, so that takes it out. And if you're kind of on the wild side, there's...
Yeah, they're pretty much all on the wild side.
Well, they are. And what I thought was cute was there's your picture right down there on the bottom.
Yeah.
Designed by you.
Yeah, I designed them, and so far they're getting a great response.
Well, that's fun. I want to see how to use these scissors because, like I say, I love to craft, but I hate when I have a pair of scissors. It's not sharp or sticky.
Sharpness is important. I always like to have the best tools, and these are them.
Okay. These are those sheets that you were talking about.
Yeah.
Of duct tape? Is that
really
what
duct
it is?
tape comes in sheets now because everyone was making sheets out of rolls, and then they just decided to make it easier for people.
Wow.
Because I like projects that are easy.
Oh, I think so. Well, you said I got to pick, and I've already picked.
You can style one that goes with your personality. So you
Okay.
pick an inside color and an outside color.
Okay.
So,
Set these over here.
okay. So you want this on the outside?
This on the outside, this inside.
Okay, so what you're going to do is you take your inside color, and it's really handy. It already has these lines.
Yeah.
So
Like shelf paper. Yeah, so we're used to that.
it's really easy to cut it, and you can cut it with a paper trimmer or you can cut it with the scissors. Right now I'm going to use a paper trimmer just to
That's
line
fast.
up with those lines.
And you're cutting that first, what is that, about a ½ inch? You're cutting
Yeah,
that off.
I'm going to go and cut around the first line on all
the way
four
around?
sides. Yeah.
Okay.
So I end up cutting off a strip like that, rotate it.
These trimmers have really speeded up crafting, haven't
Oh
they?
yeah, this is a great trimmer too. It also has a scoring blade, so if you want to do folding, it makes it really easy. You don't
I've
have
never
to change
seen
the
that.
blades out.
Like to make a card where it
Yeah.
folds and not tears.
Perfect.
So all four sides, you're just cutting off the
Just
outside
cutting off the outside
strip.
on all four sides, and you can save those strips for later. We're going to use
That's
them.
how you made that one a while ago, I bet,
Yeah.
with all those leftovers.
Yeah, it's good to save your scraps, but you know me,
Yeah.
right?
I do the same thing.
So you end up with a
That's pretty.
smaller piece that's slightly
Sure.
smaller.
Okay.
Then you're going to take your outside color and peel it back. And it's always good to peel it flat like this.
So it doesn't flop back
Instead
and
of
stick
peeling
together.
it in midair in front of you, it doesn't curl up. Then you're just going to take your inside color and
No, we're
position
not taking
it.
the back off of it.
Yeah, I thought
That's
this
great.
is the way to make it really rigid, and then it doesn't get stuck
Wiggle.
on itself. It's a lot easier if you just leave the backing on it. It gives it kind of structure too, like inside of a bag, like interfacing. And you just stick that down.
That was easy enough.
So easy. And then this is where the nonstick scissors really come in handy. You're going to notch out 4 corners like this.
Is that just like in sewing where you eliminate the bulk?
Yeah, it's exactly, because you're going to do some folding.
Oh, okay.
And you just want to get those out of the way. See, it's sticking to my finger, but it's not sticking to the scissors.
Yeah, it doesn't stick to the scissors.
They don't make nonstick gloves just yet, but that would be neat.
That would be. Okay.
So you're just going to cut off all 4 corners like that.
That's where those small
so
scissors come in
sticky.
handy
Yeah.
within the big pair.
Yeah, and then on your short side, so this is where if you wanted to make the longer purse or the shorter one, if you're going to do the longer, you end up folding it this way. If you do the shorter, you end up folding it this way.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
So you can do it 2 different ways with the same sheet. So I'm going to go, well, did you want long or short?
I think the short.
Okay. So then on the short sides, you're going to fold over your edges.
Basically, you're finishing those raw edges
Yes,
as if you were sewing.
That's how I am. I don't like to leave anything shabby
No.
looking. I like
Well, it
everything
looks
to be
professionally finished this
professionally
way.
finished, really clean. And this is so easy because all that sewing, that just takes forever. I like to just
I love
stick.
to sew, but I think this will be fun to make too.
Yeah, I like to sew too, but I'm always really short on time, so my crafts are always really
Fast.
fast.
I remember the ones that you showed us before. They really were. They were fast and fun.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
now
then
we're
you're going to cut a piece of Velcro. This
boy,
is
this
sticky
stuff
back
sticks,
Velcro. Yeah, this
too.
is sticky as stuff, and I can just cut it, see, and it didn't even stick to my
yeah.
scissors. That was just a little demo
amazing.
for how great they are. I'm in love with these. It's crafting got so much easier
Yeah.
once these came around. So then you're going to stick one side there. And I'm going to stick the other side there. And I make the piece of sticky back Velcro shorter. I don't go all the way to the edge because you want it to close.
I see. Yeah.
It's kind of like in sewing too, where you think about that kind of thickness of layers. And then you're just going to fold it over and press.
And the edges are sealing together
Yeah, the
because
edges
that's
seal.
why we left that excess or extra.
It's like a seam,
Sticky.
but without all that pesky needle and thread.
Oh. No sewing machine required.
Yeah, so it's great for crafting on the go, and it's so easy for kids to do too.
Well, yeah,
It's
this
great
would be
for
a
all
great
ages.
craft for youth groups. So you just trim that to kind of even it up.
Yeah, and then you're
Okay.
left with your basic pouch.
Now we get to decorate it though.
Yeah,
That's the fun part
you
of
can
it.
decorate it. See, it's purple
Yeah,
on the
I love that
inside, just
purple
how you
inside.
liked it. So we can decorate it. So we can do ruffles.
Well, I wanted to see how to do the ruffles. I like that.
So you want to pick a, you have, options.
What about this one that kind of has the same colors? It's kind of a plaid.
Definitely.
Does that look okay?
I love your style. It's like it complements and it clashes
Kind of a
at the same
retro
time.
look.
It's like plaid and tie-dye. Who would have thought
Oh.
that goes together? But I love it.
I do too. I love the colors.
So
And if we were to reverse that and put the purple on the outside, this would be absolutely perfect too.
Yeah, it's so fun. There's so many options. You can just play around with it all day long. So
Sort of gives new meaning to silver black duct tape, doesn't it?
yeah, it's come a long way,
It
the
has.
duct tape. So you're just going to get a long piece. You know, it should be at least twice as long as your...
Oh, okay, because we're going to fold this.
Yeah, it's kind of like
Okay.
that with pleating with sewing. So you cut a long piece. And did you just see how easy that was?
Yeah, and it
doesn't get
stick
stuck
at all.
And this also is great, a great cutting mat.
Yeah, yeah.
And you can use it to measure and to park pieces while you're thinking about what you're going to do. If you want to stop in the middle of a project, you can stick things here. You can
And
take
they
them
don't-
off later.
That's a
They
good
come off
point.
really easily. So to make the ruffle, you're just going to fold part of the way. And I always start in the middle. Just a trick I learned in upholstery class. And yeah, and then you just fold it so that you have a sticky area on the top.
That's to adhere it to
Yeah.
the purse.
And
or
then it's
pouch.
so easy. It's just, you start on one side, beneath, add a little space because we're going to further embellish.
Oh,
And then you just
make a
fold
pleat.
it as you go.
And it sticks down in holes. Whereas in sewing, you've got to have it sewed
all
down as
that
you go along.
pinning and planning. And this, if this doesn't work, you don't need to get out your seam
Rip
ripper.
it out.
You can just pull it off and try again. If you get
Yeah,
off
if you
a
go
little,
down
it's
crooked
really,
or something.
Yeah, it's
Oh, how
really a
cute.
very forgiving craft technique. So you
Now
just
you're going to
keep-
explain why we left this a little longer, I guess.
I leave it a little longer. Just I don't like to cut things too close, and then I'll just trim it to be flush.
Well, how
later.
easy is this just to fold that?
It's so easy, but it looks
so
really
clever.
nice. Oh, thanks. I love coming up with stuff like this. So then, we
Well,
can
that's
maybe
good
fit
because
one
some of
more.
us can do it, but we need somebody else to come up with the ideas.
Right.
Works
That's
out great.
where I come in. And then you can easily trim that off with your scissors because
okay.
they're non-stick. It'll just fall right off.
Boy, it does cut easy.
So you're left with that. But of course, we need to flatten
Something
that
to
out.
hold it down, kind of. Like in this
So-
one, you use the black strip.
Yeah. And then that's where these scraps come in.
Oh, that's right. Let's do
'Cause
the solid. Yeah.
You want
the
to do
purple.
solid, and then you could layer and layer. You could really go to town on this, but we'll keep it basic for now.
Okay.
So it's easy to start on this side and then
And work
flatten
that
as
way.
you go, as opposed to the other way.
Yeah, I can see why.
Yeah, it's kind of easier that
And
way.
you're just pulling a little bit off the adhesive, not the whole
yeah,
strip at a
just
time.
a little bit at a time, and I leave a little extra hanging off, and you kind of want to pull it and flatten it, and what you're doing is you're covering the seam there.
Yeah.
The edge.
Once again, it gives it that finished look.
Yeah.
Oh, that is so pretty.
Thank
I
you.
picked good ones.
It looks great. Who'd ever thought plaid and tie-dye work so well together?
But anymore, you can do just about anything.
Yeah. And then I'm just going to trim it. Easy.
What a great gift this would be. Oh, that is not, oh, I love it. Thank
Isn't it
you for
great?
showing us how to do this. Well, I really appreciate it, and I especially like knowing about these special scissors that don't stick and don't get gummed up. That's just going to make this job easier.
And they stay sharp, too. You never have to sharpen them.
That's wonderful. Well, thank you very much, Marisa. I
Thank
love
you.
this.